Hello, we're back.
We're back. Oh my God.
We are Laura Kane After Dark, and we are here in 2024.
Can't believe it.
Brand new set.
I love it.
I know. We're going to be a little bit more casual, more comfortable, more accessible. I don't know. I hope that's the way you feel.
Now I have to wear pants.
I know. Oh God. I know. Now we have to wear complete outfits.
We
I
do.
can't wear like sweatpants.
Yeah. Thanks, Laura.
I know.
Can I just sit in a box?
No, you may not.
Okay.
You have to dress up nicely from
Great.
now on.
Fantastic.
I'm Laura Kane, by the way. This is Erik Rimmer.
Hey,
We
happy
have
2024.
Producer Brian.
Howdy.
Hi, Brian.
Hey, Brian. Good to see you after all these weeks. It's been so long. We have so much to cover. And but first, I wanted to say congratulations to Monique Rona. She was the winner of the $1,200
Yay, Monique.
magical holiday box, and I met her off of a off ramp in Escondido to drop off the box, and she was so excited. And we sent off a huge chunk of money because of you guys to the women in recovery at the Dollface Sober Living Home, and they are so very grateful. They needed it so much for supplies, and they were scrambling. It just so happened they were really scrambling at the time when we sent them that big chunk of money that you guys were so generous and gave. So thank you so much for doing that.
Thank you guys so much.
Yes, that was
You
really
guys
great.
are awesome. We have the best listeners.
I know, the best.
Really do.
And watchers, listeners
Yes,
and watchers.
and watchers.
Our special guest tonight is Monique Ramsey.
I love that name.
I love that woman.
I do too.
She is the Chief Creative Officer of La Jolla Cosmetic. She's also the host of the La Jolla Cosmetic podcast, which is skyrocketing.
Excellent.
I know. So we're going to have her on because we're going to talk about 2024, because you know what? This is the year of you. Where you are going to concentrate on you this year, okay? I'm actually talking to myself more because, we'll get to that in a minute. I want you to follow us on Instagram if you haven't already. That would be really great. And also subscribe on our YouTube channel, which is Laura Kane After Dark, which is also live right now. If you want to hop over to our YouTube channel, it'd be cool because I have something to play for you, a video that you can see on YouTube, but you can't see on Instagram Live, that I really want to show you. And I'll tell you, it's my host shot. And we first need to thank our fabulous sponsors, 2024, baby. Our wonderful Jay Wurtzler from Capital Growth Inc.
Hi, Jay.
Jay is the man, and we love him. And thank you for following us into 2024. Here's more about Capital Growth Inc. Are you ready to take control of your financial future? Look no further than Jay Wurtzler, your trusted and our favorite certified financial planner.
Life is full of financial decisions, and with 30 plus years of experience and a dedication to your financial well-being, Jay is your partner in achieving your financial goals.
So if you're at or near retirement and you want to know if you have sufficient assets and income sources for a comfortable retirement, or if you are simply changing jobs and you're unsure about what your options are with your current retirement plan, please reach out to Jay.
Jay Wurtzler and the team at Capital Growth go the extra mile to ensure your financial success. Their office is a one-stop shop for financial advising, estate planning, tax preparation, and divorce analysis. Call Jay today at 858-552-6960 or email him at jayw@capitalgrowthinc.com.
And our other fabulous sponsor, a place that's very dear to my heart. I have visited many, many times, and I do need to visit very soon.
It's very dear to my face.
Very dear to my face and to these puppies right here. And it is La Jolla Cosmetic Surgery Center. We love them, and Med Spa. Here's more about them.
La Jolla Cosmetic Surgery Center is the place to go if you're looking to rejuvenate your appearance, tighten and shape your body, and just do something special for yourself. You deserve to look your very best.
La Jolla Cosmetic Surgery Center offers over 90 procedures and treatments for a natural, youthful appearance. They are absolutely the best in the business. Try out their treatment planner at glamfam.com. It's so easy and amazing to use.
We can't say enough great things about their board-certified plastic surgeons, and guess what? They offer flexible payment plans so you can start your journey to a better you right now.
Free consultations too. The very best in the business is in our own backyard. How lucky are we?
Make sure you tell them that Laura Kane After Dark sent you. We love everything about La Jolla Cosmetic Surgery Center. Go to glamfam.com.
So, yesterday was Erik's birthday. Yay! Happy birthday, Erik!
Thank you.
I wrote you a poem.
Oh,
and I'm going to
boy.
read it to you before our host chat.
Oh,
It's really bad, but I didn't get you a card, so I thought I'd write you a little poem.
that's even better.
Okay. Happy birthday, Erik, my brother from another mother. He's kind, he's a fierce friend, and someone I occasionally want to smother. Erik loves with all his soul and heart. And when the cameras aren't rolling, he always lets out a fart.
Not always.
I turn to him when I am in need. Autobiographies are the books he likes to read. He poops 8 times a day, by the way, which is freakish indeed. He's my BFF number 1, no question there. But his number 1 BFF has brown hair. And it's cool. I don't care. It's almost done. Don't worry.
Oh my God.
Okay. Thank you for being by my side all these years through laughter, drama, crazy stuff, and tears. Your very presence brings people so much joy. It does for me too, although sometimes you do annoy. 2024 will be your best year ever. And those gross videos you send me, I watch them never. I love you, my red, hairy soulmate. You're so handsome, and your package is first rate. Happy birthday.
God.
That's your birthday card. I hope you liked it.
That's the best card. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I really look great in that last line.
Well,
That last paragraph was, I just may frame that.
it's all true. It's all true.
I love you. Thank you.
Okay. Before we have Monique on, we need to do our host chat and a little bit of double D. And so I'll start with my host chat. So no big deal. No big deal.
Oh, I know.
No big deal.
Yeah, no big deal at all.
I mean, I didn't really even care. But last night, I was on national TV. I'm just saying.
Ooh, Dateline?
No.
Did they bring back To Catch a Predator?
Oh my God.
Okay. I was on a show on TLC called 90 Day Diaries. And it's a spinoff of 90 Day Fiancé. Now, we filmed this back when I had a concussion. So that was like maybe May or April, and it just now aired. And the funny thing is, when I have the clip, the funny thing is I had like the big gash on my forehead. This was the day after that we did the filming. I have no recollection. I don't remember driving. I don't remember setting up the cameras. I don't remember helping with the lighting or even talking or what I said. So this was all a big surprise to me. And you know what's weird? They totally blurred out my injury because my whole forehead shows, but there's no gash.
See, that's what I love about TV. They could blur out my entire face, and I would just be like two
God, as
nose
someone
holes.
who edits, I can just imagine how much work you made for them. That's hours of work right there.
I know. They're probably like, what is
That
this?
took so long to
my
do,
God.
I bet.
Oh, by the way,
What?
was it called Mamma Mia or something? Is that the...
That was the title of
So I am recording it tonight.
Okay. Kimberly's segment is the first one that runs, and it's like 3 little segments, and we're one of them. So here's the part where Jody and I took Kimberly to Manhattan, and we went out and we had a girls' night.
This is gonna be.
Look at us.
My name's on the screen.
Lauren and Jody are my new friends that I met during the holidays.
Oh yeah, they did blur your face.
They totally blurred it.
They're both beautiful and they're both single too. So it's like, I
can't believe we are.
They also cut that scene from the trailer where you look super ditzy while they're all laughing.
Oh, where I look like I'm a zombie. Look, I got a extreme close up.
I know.
Okay, so you were fine, Laura, and you were concussed.
Yeah, Laura was like in charge.
I think they blurred out my. They probably did.
Okay, so now
At the piano bar.
I never went beat it that bad though.
Oh, it was bad.
to the restaurant.
Here we go.
Oh, wait, cheers. Single life, ladies.
Now it's kind of blurred on the side because there were people eating, and you know how they can't have
Oh, yeah.
other people in there. So we look distorted, but whatever.
Would you be opposed to
Kimberly looks good, and that's all that matters.
having fun?
I answered that really fast, so I was like, yes, yes.
I didn't want to ask it right now. I need to. FYI, I've seen her about 5.
Oh Laura, jeez.
You remember any of this? That's a damn shame. You don't remember none of
Is that Chris Hansen in the background?
Be quiet.
Taking that up.
But I'm not opposed to a blind date.
I was just eating.
Yeah, you were.
So last night, well, then we cheers, and then last night we all went to Kimberly's house and we watched it together, and it was really, really cool.
I wish I could have been there.
I know we wanted you there. We wanted you there, but it was your birthday.
I know.
So anyway, that was extremely fun, and my mom got to see it, and she was super excited, and that always makes me happy when my mom gets excited and happy.
Your mom sent me the sweetest message.
For your birthday? Oh,
So did Jenny. I love them.
oh my god! Well, you're like our brother. You might as well be. Our brother's name is Erik with a K, and he has red hair. Why? You know what? We should just trade.
I'll join your family. It's fine.
That's not very. Nice
Listen,
to say
I'm
about
already
everybody.
potty trained. I've already gone through all my education.
Everything's paid for.
Yeah, everything's paid for.
You have your own money.
I do. So yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good,
Would
good,
your mom
good.
adopt me at 57?
Absolutely.
Great.
Okay, so what is your host chat? I can't wait to hear.
So Christmas this year was really simple. Like other than your Temu gifts, I really didn't have to do much. So on New Year's Eve, I went to a friend's house, and their dog, this is a gift from their dog. I thought it was a vape pen, and I was like, well, I don't vape. So
wondering if you were sitting there
I
holding
was like,
one.
oh, that's an interesting gift. Get this, is a lighter.
Oh, okay.
A flameless lighter?
It's a flameless lighter, and it recharges.
To light your vape
So
with.
you never have to get those matches, or you never have to get
that clicker,
Yeah.
that long clicker thing.
It is fantastic.
Wait, their dog got this for you?
Yes, it was a gift. It was a gift from Audie.
That's so sweet.
So thoughtful for a dog.
Yes, he's very sweet.
You walked in, I saw you holding that, and I was like, that is like straight up that, I'm pretty sure that's like a weed pen. That looks like he's like about to get
Yeah,
really...
2024.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like he's
that
about to
is
get
nothing
really
that I
high.
possess ever. Yeah, no. But yeah, it's a great gift.
Did you stay up till midnight? Come on.
At 12 o'clock on the dot, I was in bed.
But did you make it to
Yes.
midnight?
I got one of the new Cards Against Humanity. We were playing that. The new is so dirty. Oh my god.
I just ordered a new game that's worse, and we're going to play it.
Oh.
10 times worse. I forgot what it's called, but it's coming, and we're going to play it.
Oh,
We might not even be able to play it. It might be even too raunchy, but we'll see. We'll see.
Nothing is too raunchy for us.
Brian has a host chat. I want to hear, like, how was your
Jesus.
whole?
It was good.
Well,
Back to you, Eric. No, I'm just kidding.
turn the camera on yourself.
yeah,
we want to
yeah,
see
give me a
you.
second. One second.
People want to see you. We want to know what you did. How was your time with your family?
It was great. I hadn't seen them in about a year, so that was fun. Pretty standard Christmas. My parents have you could call it an estate in the Carolinas. They now live in. It's very cold out there, although it's pretty cold here right now too. So It was also my dad's birthday, so got to celebrate that too. Flying was a little bit of a pain. My flight got delayed on the way back, so I had to take 2 additional flights to be able to get home on the same day.
Oh.
So I had to fly to Denver and Missouri first before flying home.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was a nightmare. But it was fine. Got to see my dogs. Love my dogs. What did we do?
And you brought your girlfriend with you?
Yeah, she's come for the last 3 years. We did an escape room. I love escape rooms. Those are great. Actually, we should all do an escape room.
I want to do one so bad.
They're great. I love them.
I did one with 3 other girls from the traffic department, and we failed. We couldn't get out.
I believe that, but I'm pretty good at them, so I feel like us together.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
I think
hard.
me and Eric could get out of
Those
there.
are hard.
We'll carry you on our shoulders.
Actually, we should do one of those. That would
be fun.
If it makes you feel better, my family did not get out either, but my mom also accidentally booked the hardest one they had, so
Oh, okay.
in typical mom
I
fashion.
also want to do axe throwing,
Oh,
and I want to go into one of those rooms where you can bring dishes and old TVs and stuff and just break stuff.
Good on that.
Get your aggressions out.
that I want to do, but the axe thing,
I do axe throwing.
Ooh! Remind me, next Thursday, or this Thursday,
Okay.
I have a story for you. Let's just say, if we can have people vote, I was on a flight, and I want people to weigh in if I got booted off the flight after what happened, or if I was able to remain on the flight.
This is on for Thursday.
This is for
Thursday's
Thursday.
episode.
It is
Okay.
a barn burner.
This is so unbelievable.
I had to call
At
Laura and tell her.
at this day and age that this happened, but we're saving it for Thursday.
We're saving it for
I will
Thursday.
say for like 2-3 flights in a row visiting my parents, I either got grounded because someone had a stroke, my flight got outright canceled 2 consecutive times, or one of my flights got canceled, so I flew into Georgia, and my dad drove all the way down from North Carolina and picked me up and drove me all the way back up on Christmas Eve. So I got
God.
home at Christmas at 4 a.m.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
It was a nightmare, but that was
Did you
last year.
see that Alaska Airlines flight where the whole entire window blew
Yeah.
out?
They told me not to mess with the window paneling, but it was coming off.
I mean,
was
when that happens, all the things dropped, all the oxygen
Yeah.
masks dropped. I
Yeah.
mean, did everybody have to put it on? Like,
Yeah.
what happened?
No, those are those are for decoration.
No, I know, but like, if they didn't, would they?
I don't. They might have trouble staying conscious.
mean-
It depends at the altitude.
How scary is that? That is
What?
terrifying.
A kid almost got sucked out.
Oh
of the plane.
my God! Thank
No
God nothing
way.
happened.
Yeah, the mom would had to hold him down. He lost his shirt. Like his shirt got sucked
Oh my
right off of him.
God.
Yeah.
That is
that
terrifying.
would have been crazy.
Depressurization's no joke.
no
Wait,
joke.
and then New Year's. What do you guys do for New Year's too?
I'm
I
going
know
to
what
talk
you
about
did.
that on Thursday.
All right. Well, what I did is I got a bottle of champagne. And I drank it.
Okay, and then did you stay up till midnight?
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
Okay, and then
Till
did you like
midnight.
bang pots and pans? Did you blow
No.
on horns? Did you
No.
like
Nope.
yell or kiss or?
Nope.
Okay. Anyway, well, at least you stayed up. I'll tell you about my really super cool, it's kind of spiritual New Year's Eve. And where I was, you won't believe where I was on New Year's Eve.
Cemetery.
No, but
It'd been funny if I got that right.
I know, but that's for Thursday too. Okay, let's get to your double D news because we have Monique waiting to
Yes.
come on, and I can't wait to
so
talk
excited.
to her. I know.
So I have. It's been there were some things that happened earlier, but it's old news now, so nothing really big has happened except for the Golden Globes that were last night.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't know anything about this.
It's
Tell
like
me.
mini Oscars.
Okay,
Yes.
who won? What won?
So, Oppenheimer. Oh, by the way, I watched it when I was in Vegas. And I'll tell this on Thursday, but I watched Oppenheimer in the hotel room.
And
Oh my God, excruciating.
You shut your dirty mouth. All right.
did you?
Oh my God.
You didn't like it?
No,
It's a work of art.
there was so much talking. God, there was no car chases.
Oh, see, no,
Jesus.
I'd like that.
And
I'd like
then
Oppenheimer.
I watched Saltburn.
Saltburn.
I also recently watched Saltburn.
Saltburn is so crazy.
It was
I
it was okay.
loved
nuts.
it.
And that last song, Murder on the Dance Floor,
I
is now
loved
the
it.
most downloaded song right now. It's a great song.
Such a weird scene, too.
It was such a weird scene. Well, there was a couple scenes in that movie that were...
The most shocking to me is still the last one where he's just hanging brain for like straight 4 minutes.
Yeah, dancing around naked with things flopping around.
Or what about the scene at the cemetery where he's on when the guy dies, then he's takes off.
Oh yeah,
that's kind of weird.
Banging,
I mean, hello.
Well, what about the girl?
Well, anyway,
Anyway,
that wasn't as weird comparatively.
It was crazy.
I really liked it.
It was all right.
It was twisted, and I liked it.
It was nice aesthetically.
Two things were the Matthew Perry's Cause of Death was released.
Yes,
and,
ketamine.
Yes, and they think that it might have just been.
Some people are on that for therapy.
Yeah. So there was nothing else in his system, which was good to know.
Yes.
They think he just shouldn't have taken it before he sat in a hot tub.
Right.
That's basically what they said. And then yesterday, Sinead O'Connor's Cause of Death came out, and it was natural causes, so it was not suicide.
Oh.
As everybody had speculated. So that was good.
How do you die at that age of natural causes? But okay.
I don't know, but at least it put to rest all these rumors that she had probably killed herself. So, unfortunately, but it's okay. So, the Golden Globes, it was the weirdest. Did you see Beef on
I
Netflix?
saw Beef, yes,
okay, so
on Netflix.
That won so much stuff.
It was good.
It's a really good show if you haven't watched it. It's based on a true story.
For what?
The producer or the writer, it was based on something that happened to him.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yeah. So that swept. Oppenheimer did really well. A lot of movies I never heard of did very well.
Did Barbie do well?
Barbie only won like one award.
Oh, okay.
It was I forget what it was. It was at the very end. It was like Cinema Achievement or something like that.
It kind of got a pity award.
Yeah. And I watched it. I actually watched it over Christmas and did not like it.
Okay, you don't pass the boyfriend test then.
Wow, shocking.
I know.
Yeah.
Shocking, a girl's boyfriend test.
You didn't like the message? You didn't get the message? Come on.
I got the message. It was just dumb.
It was also very heavy-handed.
Yeah, it was. I didn't like it.
I felt like I got strapped down to the theater seat and it slapped me with it.
I will say this.
Stop it.
I liked it at the beginning, and then after that, I didn't really care.
Did you get it when the guys were on the beach and they're like, we're going to have a beach off?
It was so stupid.
Yeah, that was stupid.
But I didn't equate that to something.
That was even more obvious.
That was like went right over my head.
Ryan Gosling though is fantastic in it. As is even Will Ferrell is really good in it too.
Yeah, I just thought it was dumb. So my best dressed, I had 3.
Okay.
Rosamund Pike, who played the mom in Saltburn.
Oh yes.
She looked exquisite. She looked like a doll.
She looks great for her age too.
She looks amazing.
How old is she?
She had a black Christian Dior dress on and this Philip Tracy hat that she wound up taking off, which was great because it hid that beautiful face. Had this big like black veil on it, and she lost that once she got indoors, and she looked great. Jennifer Lopez looked really good, and Amanda Seyfried looked amazing.
What is she?
She played. She's a character. She played like Linda Lovelace, and she played on that Netflix show.
That show about that woman who did.
Correct.
You know what I'm talking about.
And my worst dressed were all the women that wore the stupid dresses where you could see their underwear.
The sheer ones?
Kate Beckinsale looked amazing from the waist up.
Okay.
And she usually does no wrong. She usually looks
I'm sure she looked great from the waist down. She just was...
No.
Is this part of your repulsion of the female anatomy?
Yeah,
no,
come on.
It's not, because you couldn't see vagina.
But you saw her underwear?
Yeah, it was just all sheer and dumb, and
I'm sure most everybody, every other male probably thought it was like fantastic.
yeah,
probably
because they
was. I
were
didn't
hoping
look.
for like probably something to ride up and like lip to fall out or something.
Jesus.
Stop it.
I'm not kidding. I mean, it was
Anyway,
awful.
who else?
So, Joe Coy hosted it.
Okay.
Okay, I like him.
Uh-huh.
But he's used to doing, like, have you seen his stand-up on Netflix? He's got several specials and everything. He's used to playing these huge arenas as a host for the Golden Globes. Not so much.
Did he tank or did he? Did he fall
Personally,
flat?
I thought it fell really flat, and then when it did, he blamed the writers that wrote the other material, which is something I don't think you want to do.
No.
So, and then he made a joke at Taylor Swift's expense, something about the NFL and it gets more screen time than her or something.
No, it was the reverse, that she gets.
She gets more screen time. Yes,
than the football game.
Yeah,
during the game.
Okay.
And she was having a sip of champagne when she did it, and it was like that whole who's the Jada Pinkett Smith thing during the Oscars. It was that whole like, and then she was gone from the Golden Globes.
She took off?
Yeah, she was like,
Oh, come on.
I think
It
that's
wasn't
funny.
that bad.
I actually like seeing people make fun of her.
oh, she was pissed. She was so mad. So then the craziest part was they had a new segment which was stand-up comedy. And so Ricky Gervais was nominated.
Chappelle?
No, Chris Rock.
Chris Rock. Yeah, Chris Rock.
Amy Schumer, Wanda Sykes. Well, Ricky Gervais won, and he can't give a crap about those shows. Like, he got kicked off hosting the Golden Globes because he was.
That's
for the
right, because
Emmys,
he doesn't give a flip.
He doesn't
And
care.
he did an amazing job too.
and
Is the best
Yeah.
he
part.
would
He really
insult
did.
everybody and say stuff. So Jim Gaffigan came out.
Oh, I
to
love him
announce the
too.
word, and I really like him. He made such an ill-timed joke about pedophilia, and you could have heard a pin drop. Like, people were like, "What?" So he probably won't be asked back. It was so badly
That's not
timed.
his normal form.
No, he's kind of a goody-goody. Like,
Yeah.
doesn't.
It's a hot topic issue. So
Yes.
also, comedians love making fun of Hollywood about pedophiles.
Well, and he said something like, "I'm from Indiana. I'm not a pedophile," and people, you could, literally could have heard a pin drop.
I thought it was funny.
Maybe just don't joke about that.
I know, that's not something like
come on.
His point was he doesn't want to be associated really with the Hollywood elites because they have a habit or a history of, at least, of protecting people, or at least not giving them up, who have done some pretty terrible things. So-
Right.
And if you're guilty, a little bit, not guilty by association, but guilty by what do you call it, indifference. So
Yeah.
So
think
on
it's fine.
that note, not that I'm writing this thing, but have you seen The Sound of Freedom?
Yes, I just watched
Okay,
that.
so did I. It was
Unbelievable.
It was really good.
It was really,
Yeah.
it was scary to me having a daughter who's 19, who's walking the streets
Yeah.
of New York City.
Yeah.
Dude.
yeah.
In Vegas, there are signs everywhere about child trafficking. It was so weird to see that
I know.
everywhere.
I don't want to get into that right
no,
now,
but it
but
was
like I
really
just don't,
creepy.
I don't get it. I don't.
Yeah.
It's just
That movie
too-
got slammed too for being too conservative,
Oh really?
like too politically right wing.
Oh.
Yeah, it did.
Which is weird because I'm like, it seems like kind of a neutral issue.
Yeah, for sure.
No,
for
and
sure.
Jim Caviezel was really good. Mira Sorvino was really
Yeah,
good,
they
and
were
the
all
little
really good.
girl was excellent.
Yeah,
like
she
she
was
was great. So that was pretty much it. It was just
Okay.
the Golden Globes, and it was,
Okay.
it was what it was.
Well, now we have our very special guest. Come on up.
Yes.
We have special music for you and
Yay.
everything. I'm going to turn the camera so we can.
You look fabulous,
Well, you.
Monique is here from La Jolla Cosmetics and Surgery Center.
You scoot closer to me so we can all be in here. There we go. There we go. Oh, see? No, Eric, because
What?
you have to sit closer to me. I know you.
I love that.
So we're all in the camera on Instagram. Hi, Monique. It's so good to see you. Happy
Hello.
2024. Thank you for coming in.
I am so excited to be here. Is this good, or do I
Here,
need
bring
to-
it closer to your mouth. Yeah, we have our. Yeah, move it closer. There you go.
Sorry.
Yes, these are our new mic stands. So this is like our first. You're our first guest on our new set.
I love it.
Yes. And we thought it would be really great to start off the new year talking about you, as in focusing on you this year. I think for me personally, I realized that that's something I really need to do more of, instead of worrying about this person, doing this person. focus on me because I mean, I had a little bit of a breakdown over the holidays. I'm like, you know what, 2024? Mm-mm. And I think that you being here is really good because I know a lot of people are interested in things that La Jolla Cosmetic Surgery Center and Med Spa have to offer, and just talk about maybe some things that you guys, maybe new things that you guys have going on, or anything you want to talk. New 2024, bring it on.
Yeah. So I was thinking about this today, and it is so perfect. And this is my third year coming here at the beginning of the holiday or the new year. And so I was thinking about.
There we go. Just
there.
There we go.
Okay.
It's okay.
I can
We're
just
all good.
eat it.
There we go. Yes.
So I was thinking about, the new year renewal and giving yourself permission. Not all of us do that very well. We, like you said, will prioritize all these different things, and we don't necessarily prioritize ourselves, or we don't give us our permission to just do it. And there's never really a good time either. So let's say, I'll give you my example that I thought of today from my real life. So I have had, teeth that are not fabulous my whole life. I didn't ever have orthodontics, but I needed it. And so finally, like, things are moving around. I'm like, I turned 56 on Christmas Day, and I'm like, what's happening? So I decided to do Invisalign. Well, it's like the money. Okay, I don't want to spend the money. And then it's like, well, should I start it now? Should I start it later? My son's getting married in a month. And like all these things, and like, why? Maybe I shouldn't. But then I thought about it. Is it going to change at this time next year? Is it going to be different? No, it's not going to be different. It might be worse. Is it going to be convenient now or later? Or it doesn't, it's sort of like never the perfect time. And so my message is sort of to give yourself permission to do what you want to do for yourself. And it's never, ever the perfect time. It's never. But you really can prioritize yourself and just say, you know what, I'm going to do it because what I see, and now I've been in this business 32 years.
Wow.
And with La Jolla Cosmetic for all of them. What I've seen is when I talk to patients after having a procedure, the first thing they say is, I should have done it sooner.
That's what I said.
I should have done it
That's
sooner.
exactly what
and
I
so if you really think about that, it's like, okay, that's it. Let's say you put it off to next year. That's one more year. You don't get to enjoy it. And it sort of takes up your mental space. So, if you don't fix it, then you're thinking about it, or it just is bothering you, whatever it is. And so it's like, have that freedom to sort of indulge and take care of yourself in a way that you might not usually do.
Don't feel guilty about it. And you know what? If you take care of yourself, it trickles down to everybody else.
Yeah.
Your kids, it trickles down to your friends, to your coworkers, to work. If you're happy, boom,
Right.
Your life is better.
Yeah.
If you feel like you look better, then you're going to act better.
Yeah, and it was like right after your surgery when you were on, she came on the podcast. It was awesome. And I'll usually ask that question of patients, what advice do you have for people going forward? And what would your advice be?
Do it. Do it. If it's something you've been thinking about, there is a way to do it. Now, if you think, oh my gosh, it might be too expensive, I can't, there are options. There's
Right.
always options.
Right. And that's something we never want to be a barrier. Like you're talking about a mommy makeover, a facelift, or some surgery, Botox can get pricey too because it's very addicting. But it's all those procedures. Who goes and buys a car and plunks down cash for the car? Not a lot of people do. We finance it and we don't think twice about it. So same with surgery, same with things in the med spa. You can put it on. They have a bunch of different financing companies they work with, and you can make it affordable. And it's nice because you don't have to think about putting it off for, I haven't saved enough
Right.
or budgeted. It's like, it's never, like I said, it's never the right time or the perfect time, but at least let yourself, wherever you decide to go, it doesn't have to be us, but wherever you decide to go,
It really does.
That's where I'd pick because our surgeons are amazing and our med spa providers are incredible. And they're, we've been around now 35 years.
And you really do have a very good staff that work for you. Yeah.
And we're really proud of that. And, it takes a special kind of organization to keep the best people, to attract and retain the best people in the industry. And, a lot of the people in our med spa, they're national trainers for thread lifts, for Allergan products like Botox and Juvederm, for Galderma. Like, it's amazing how much knowledge for lasers, and they all
this stuff. I'm like, I've had it done, had it done, had it done, had it done.
She's going over the mental checklist in her head. Like,
listen, why do you think I work there?
Oh my gosh, it must be so fun to work there.
And I don't even have time for all of it. It's like hard to get in, and they're busy, and I have my list keeps getting longer too. But I do try to make sure I get at least one facial a year, which is sad. But I won't ever miss the Botox. The Botox thing is like, that's a non-starter. You got to do it. Yes. And you won't look funny. I think that this is the thing that people, if you've never done anything for yourself,
listen to this.
In the cosmetic world, the one thing that I think people are worried about is looking crazy, because that's who we see. Like some people who are overdone, pulled too tight, their lips are gargantuan, like all these things that are sort of, on the edge, which isn't normal. And it's not normal in terms of, there's people you probably walk by on the street, or people you work with, where they've had a little something done and you don't know it. But, the things in the media, it's always that edge, and it's more about, looking like yourself, but a little bit better, a little
refreshed,
bit, a little bit younger, or, my skin texture is better, or my I like my curves better. We had, there's a patient of ours who has come on the podcast, and she's got she's a hairdresser, and she is just darling. Her name's Kaylee, and she's at the Skinny BBL. So at the Skinny BBL, and she just complained, and she's, like, I don't know, not even 30, maybe, I don't know.
Wait, what is the Skinny BBL?
Okay. Skinny BBL is really, it's the Brazilian butt lift, but first of all, you don't have to be super curvy to then be able to do that, because some people think, oh, well, what if I don't have enough fat to take away and move it to somewhere else? So there is a Skinny BBL, which is meaning that even if you're thin or thinner, there's always some fat to take and reposition. You're going to reposition that fat. So
I want to do that.
You don't have any fat.
I have no butt either.
Oh, well, see, there you go. So they would find some fat and make you a little booty. And this is, mine's the flattest. It's terrible. But so Kaylee, with her Skinny BBL, she, really, after she had her surgery, she had been making clips, unbeknownst to us, of the whole process. And I mean, this girl was so elated. I mean, she's like, I was straight up and down. I never could wear anything like a dress, because my legs were my best asset, but I always wore like a big jacket to cover up, to try to make people not see that I was sort of straight. There was no waist.
I have.
And so she had, Dr. Brahmi did her surgery and moved fat from here to there, and her arms and her back, and her, and she was not really heavy at all. And she'd been working out and dieting for years. And she's like, nothing was changing. I was at my lowest weight, and I just couldn't change my shape. So he did, and he moved everything around, and she has a waist. And she said, I mean, the saddest thing which she said in our podcast is, she said, I never even thought I would get married because I'd never wear a wedding dress, let alone. Or she goes, and now I've been asked to be in my friend's wedding, and I said yes, and I can wear a dress, and I'm so excited. And it's like those little things that takes up a lot of headspace. Like if it's something that you're obsessing about, you think about it, and you're not really, you're not using that brain power to think of good things, or to do other things with, if you walk in your closet and you hate it, because you're not going to fit in anything, or you don't like the way certain things fit on you, and you can change that. Let's
2024, do it. At least go in and get a consultation, because that's free, right?
It's free.
Yeah. And Monique is the host of the La Jolla Cosmetic podcast, which has been now, is it 3 years now? Almost?
Yes. Yeah, we're coming up on 3.
Yeah, and it is just really skyrocketing. You guys are doing great.
We've been talking about so many different types of procedures, and we have lots of patients who've come on as guests. We've had patients' husbands come on as guests, like thinking, well, if my wife gets this surgery, what's going to happen? Because they don't know. You don't know what's that road ahead going to look like. And I think we've always believed in patient education. The more that we can arm you to make a really good decision, that's what's most important. Do you know how to pick a board certified plastic surgeon? Do you know what that means? And do you know what to look for that aren't the real boards? Do you know what the accreditation of the facility, what is that? Is it down in a hallway? Which before 1996, surgeons could do surgery in this house. Prior to 1996, there were no laws about where in terms of the laws on where that could be performed, and the level of instrumentation, or the level of all your oxygen and all the different things that they need in the OR to make it safe. So there was it was the wild, wild west.
Yeah.
So
Seriously.
In 96, they came up and they're like, okay, every facility has to be accredited. And so, you just never want to take a shortcut with your health in any way,
or cheap out, or
so it's like there's so much to choose from here. And so this is why we really felt it was important to explain to people and help empower them to be able to make a good decision. So do I feel comfortable with this doctor? Do I know that could this doctor do this procedure in a hospital? Are they licensed, or does the hospital give them permission to do that procedure in the hospital? Because that's where you find the outliers of the doctors who, I can do it here in my OR for you, but could I do it across at Scripps? And if the answer is no, it's not who you want to go to. Yeah. So if you're authorized to perform that procedure in the hospital, that's an important thing. But we have a whole page on the website explaining, what does board certification mean? What do you look for in the facility? What about anesthesia? A lot of people are scared about anesthesia, and they think maybe local anesthesia, that's safer because it's local. It seems less scary, but it actually isn't.
I love being put under.
We did.
It's fun.
So we've done, I think, 1 or 2 podcasts on anesthesia, just about that. And one of our anesthesiologists came on and really helped debunk some myths, talked about just some basic education of it doesn't need to be scary, and you're actually asleep anyway. So just like you said.
Exactly.
Yeah. So chances are, if there's something that you've been interested in or have questions about, like a procedure, you've done a podcast on it.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Pretty much on anything, on everything.
Yeah.
And talk to all the doctors. I know you talked to many of the doctors.
Yeah, and it's a good way to get to know them. And when Dr. Salazar, he said that one of his patients came in and she started crying right away. And he was like, what happened? Or is everything okay? She goes, I feel like I'm just so happy I've met you. And she felt like she'd, met a rock star. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
But, and they are rock stars. They are amazing. They're wonderful people.
But it
really
humanizes them a little bit.
But I think she felt like she knew him, and she did a lot of research. And sometimes it's scary to make the first phone call, or to make that first contact. And you're like, I don't know, am I going to like them? Well, you can get to know them on the podcast. And that, again, it's so on YouTube, we have the video versions. I think we started doing that, 14 or 15 months ago with having video. And prior to that, it was all audio. But we've talked about everything. And I think it is really helpful to debunk myths, or to just make you feel a little safer. And then you can be armed with that good knowledge and go out and find the right doctor for you, and wherever that doctor is. And although I will preface that by saying, wherever that doctor is, okay, maybe not in Turkey or somewhere outside of the country, only because if something goes wrong, you're back here, the doctor's over there, or whether if there's issues with travel. And so sometimes I think we do get tempted. I love a good deal.
Don't. This is
love a
not
good
something
deal.
you should.
But this is something that is really, really scary. And
Well, I think also in other countries, their level of accreditation or whatever is
Right.
vastly different than it is here.
Right. Their laws are different in terms of what they make you have. I mean, even if you go state to state, it's like HR laws are different
Yeah.
in Ohio than they are in California. I mean, you're very right. And there's great doctors everywhere, and there's also bad doctors everywhere, and they could be right down the street, really good or really bad.
Sure.
So that's not that so much about the country. It's more about your safety in flying, in, if you get back here and then you have an infection, who's taking care of you?
We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're going to La Jolla Cosmetic Surgery Center. And here's what you're going to do. Because this is the year of you, if you do some research, go on the website. It's glamfam.com. There's a treatment planner on there that you can see what things that you could get done, things that you are interested in, and what things are available. There are thousands of reviews, thousands upon thousands upon thousands.
We're getting close. We have almost, or maybe we've just surpassed 10,000
No.
Oh, my God.
5-star
That's really-
reviews.
That's amazing.
Because we've been surveying our patients. We used to do it with paper surveys, so we weren't counting those ones at the time. But now we have a third party that does so after every consultation, every patient is getting a survey on how was that consultation, because we want that process to be really good. And if it needs improvement, we want to know. We can't fix it if we don't know.
Right.
And then after surgery as well. And so you can look by every procedure. So say you go to the liposuction page, you're going to see real reviews from our patients about that procedure. You'll see which doctor did it. And then when you go to the doctor pages, you'll see links to all their reviews. So if you wanted to see, okay, Dr. Breister, I want to see what her reviews are, you can learn.
And before and afters, right?
All of it.
Oh, I love before and after pictures.
And something that you wouldn't necessarily know. So our gallery, you can, filter by doctor, filter by procedure, but there's a lot of people, and I don't blame them, who might not want to share their photos on the web, right? So sometimes you don't mind sharing your friends but there's a lot of patients who will share their photos for other patients in a consultation.
Oh, okay.
So even if what you see on our web gallery is one thing, but then there's thousands more pictures we are allowed to show you when you have a consultation. And so if you don't see it, or if it's something that's like, the lady bits, we do some vaginal rejuvenation, women's rejuvenation, and we're not going to put those on the website. Sorry.
Right.
Thank you for not doing that.
I know how much you love it, Eric. Captain Fantastic. I know you. Yeah. Listen, but there are some things that, it's better in a consultation to have the doctor explain what's, and so, and especially things for facial surgery, because, if I'm looking at somebody's tummy, I don't know whose tummy it is, or their breasts. Okay, good to know, but you don't know. But if it's a facelift or it's eyelid lift or neck surgery, they're putting their whole face out there, and not everybody wants to do that, which is totally understandable. So there's more things you can see at a consultation, and the other thing we have a specials page, specials and events, and so it has whatever specials we've got going on, and then it has upcoming events and past events, and all our past events have the doctor, the topics we're talking about, videos, before and after pictures, and you can play those all on demand. So you fill out a little form, and then you can play it on demand. So that's something good too. If you're like, oh shoot, I missed the one about all therapy, or oh, I missed the one about breast augmentation, you can play it on demand.
So go to the website, get the phone number, make the phone call. This is the year of you. You're going to take care of yourself. You're going to put yourself first. You're going to get that free consultation, and then you're going to book your surgery or your Botox or whatever you want to do. And you know what? You can finance it. So you don't have to pay for it right away. So you're going to get it done this year. I'm really passionate about that. I really feel like this is the year that we should, especially as moms and, taking care of everybody else. It's like, let's not feel guilty.
Okay. And
let's not feel guilty about it.
So 2 more things I want to say if we have time. Do we
Yes,
have time?
of course. Yes.
Okay. 2 things I want to tell you about. One I'm not supposed to tell you about. So I'll hold that one for a second.
Okay.
And hope my boss isn't watching.
Oh, I'm so excited. This is exciting.
It's almost as exciting as Thursday, which I want to hear about this airport debacle. So 2 things. So one new thing that we've had this year is called Ellacor. And if you ever see those stars who've had 4 facelifts, their mouth is like by their ears.
Oh, yeah.
It's like wind tunnel effect. Well, some very ingenious surgeons came up with a solution for that, and it's called Ellacor, Ellacor. And it's kind of the idea of what microneedling would be in a med spa. So lots of little micro needles, injuring, making a superficial injury to the face to help stimulate growth factors and collagen and, texture improvements. So taking that idea of like a little stamp with lots of little needles and taking it to a technology where those needles are actually hollow and they go in and they pull out, so they extract some tissue. And so it's something that is done in the surgery realm. It's not a huge deal, but it's not kind of med spa. So it's like surgery light.
Is this what Dr. Salazar was talking about at the
Yes.
party? Oh my
Yes.
God, I want to. This is good.
Oh, anything with a needle, Monique.
But you're not.
This one.
No, this is exciting.
So what?
This is exciting.
Because if you think about that, especially the low, so it was created for the lower face, and we're one of only 50 practices in the country
Wow.
who have it because they wanted it in the hands of board certified plastic surgeons who are really good. And so we were chosen, which we love. And it's really meant to address sort of this lower face, neck, jowl area, because if you think about how do I smooth that out, you could put fillers there, but that doesn't work for very long. And it can look really weird and your mouth looks super distorted and you end up with this like bizarre top shelf lip thing because you're trying to smooth those wrinkles out or you're trying to add volume. So this technology is going to remove up to 8% of the tissue across that area wherever you're treating, but mostly it's made for around here. And then your skin just sort of heals back and after a few days, and then you do that 3 times. So it's not non-invasive. It is invasive because it's going out, it's taking out, but there's nothing else out there. You could do surgery, but again, you're pulling from a far distance. If you're thinking about trying to address the mouth area or the jowl area, you can do things for a while, but they won't work forever. So threads or lasers or fillers but you just can't.
But Ellacor is something
Ellacor, so my aunt had it, and I had her on the podcast, Marie, and she's had 2. I don't think she's had her 3rd one, but she had 2. And then the holidays came, so she was like, she's going to turn 80. So, and she's had 2 facelifts in her lifetime.
Looks incredible.
Yeah, she does. So in 40 years, she had 2 facelifts and easy access. Most people would be like, well, why would you need another one? She's like, I need a little mini touch up. But a lot of times she was trying to deal with this area here. So she had the Ellacor, loves it. We've also used it on younger people. So people who might think I'm aging, but I'm not ready for any facial surgery yet. And that's a really great group of people. The one of the inventors we had on the podcast with us, with Dr. Brahmi, and he was saying that his girlfriend came in on a Friday at the end of the day. He did her Ellacor. On Sunday, they were working out in the gym and she had makeup on. And not everybody's going to heal that fast.
Sure.
Because my aunt, who's almost 80, and she was like, no, it was more like a week.
I was going to just ask you what the recovery time was.
Yeah, so I think somewhere between 3 to 5 days. But
And then how far apart are the
I
sessions?
think it can be maybe 6 weeks.
Or 2 apart?
Yeah.
between the,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. But usually three treatments is kind of what most people who want, if you really want to address it, you might be happy after one, but if you really are trying to address something very specific. So that's kind of a cool new technology, and it really can kind of help with this extra
Does
The
it,
marionette lines,
and
the
it-
gobbledygook.
just all the gobbledygook.
and
all
it
this
also
stuff.
sounds like it might be a good procedure for somebody that's had a very dramatic weight loss, and they have a lot of that.
You are right there with me. Okay. So many people are talking about Ozempic face. This is that term, Ozempic face.
I haven't heard this term.
Oh, yes.
So the semaglutide is Ozempic or Mounjaro. There's a couple different ones. It's the injectable weight loss, and it's for diabetes. And so I, unfortunately, am a type 2 diabetic. Lovely lifestyle choices that catch up with you, and being overweight and struggling with weight my whole life. So in the last 2 years, I've lost 44 pounds. And now I'm like, wait a minute, what is all this? You know, like
you don't think about that. Yeah.
or like, you know, like things are drooping a little bit. But it's, so one of the things is that, yes, surgery is great for that, and Ellacor can be really good for that, depending on where your
Sure.
stuff is loose.
Well, because you and especially since this whole Ozempic thing has taken off, you see, and it's so dramatic and it's so quick.
A lot of it's very quick. And
Yes.
for me, it was like quick and not quick, and kind of and then they kind of change your dosage, and then there's a shortage. So,
But you know what?
I want my Ozempic.
I know.
But Monique, where you really, really see it, or where I've seen it, is especially when people that don't really need it do it,
Right.
and they get that really gaunt, hollowed
Yeah,
out.
if you're already at a weight that would be considered good,
Right.
then why are you going to go down 10 more pounds?
Right.
But yeah, it really works, and so that's the thing I'm not supposed to really talk about yet, because it's not.
really?
We haven't
The
launched it.
Oh.
We haven't launched it yet, but we are adding a skinny shot component. And really part of the reason is, you know, so it's going to be physician supervised, and we'll be starting it up kind of in a slow launch in the next month.
Wait. This is different from Ellacor.
So
so you're going to
right.
do something
But we're gonna
that's
do
a skinny shot, like
skinny
like
shot,
Like Ellacor Light.
like Ozempic.
like Ozempic, right? Like Ozempic.
Okay.
So, because, you know, we have a lot of patients, and especially I think the women who are your moms, and it's hard to get that body back. And I completely understand, because it was for me after the first kid was really not a problem getting back. After my second, it was like impossible. And then hormonal changes. And so, like, say you want to do something about your body, and the doctor says, well, you know, you really you'll get the best result if you're within close to your goal weight. Well, sometimes it's, you know, 20, 25 pounds that you're like, God, I just can't do it.
My goal weight is my birth weight.
God.
Your driver's license weight from when you were 15. Yeah.
Well, that is kind of
So
That's cool.
very, very.
we're going to have that for our patients, and have that as something that, you know, because I know there's a lot of places out there where you can get it,
When
but
do you think that will?
like in the next month.
Oh.
So I would even let your listeners, because I trust you guys, you can email me. So it's Monique at ljcsc.com. And we'll
put that on our website.
I'll keep a list, because when we're ready to launch, and when we're ready to say, okay, if you want to try it, and we're going to do some webinars, so you know you can learn, like, what's the deal, we want the facts out there,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of misconceptions out there about it, and who's it right for, and what if you know, one lady said, well, I heard you just gain all your weight back, and I'm like, well, my hairdresser did it, and her doctor wouldn't let her go for very long, and she's kept it off for a year and a half. She looks amazing, and she lost like 50 pounds.
Wow.
So you can you know, keep it off, and that's partly why we want to make sure there's a whole program built around it. It's not just the drug.
Well, it's very responsible. As well. Yeah.
But I think it's nice, because then you could also, you know, then if you do have that kind of goal of maybe a mommy makeover or certain things on your list, then the closer you are to your goal weight, the better you're going to heal, the less risk you are in surgery. If you have a high BMI and that's your body mass index, and you can Google it on, just look for BMI calculator, but we have one on our website too, and you can then see, what is your BMI? And if your BMI is too high, they don't want to have you in the surgery room because it's more risky. So there's ways to, it's going to be health benefits on top of maybe getting you to that goal. So then you can do that surgery you were thinking about.
Awesome.
That's
so
cool.
you guys can email me and I'll start a little list.
Okay.
Because they're not quite ready to launch, but you know me, I'm going to talk about
Oh my God, this is
talk
so
about
exciting. I love it.
everything.
We'll put it on the website. Now, I asked this question to my kids, and I asked this question, I think online, but I want to hear your answer. What is your one word to describe 2024 for you?
Wow.
I want you to do this too.
Okay.
And I'll give you mine first.
Okay, let's hear yours.
And actually, I stole it from my son. Pivotal. Pivotal. In all good ways.
Yeah, that's good. I feel like mine is just like having that. I think it's courage.
Courage.
Oh, that's a
I
good
love that.
one.
Courage to, because, okay, so 56, 57, I don't even know, and I'm not going to ask.
21.
55. If I'm 55, I hate saying it, but whatever.
But, sometimes doing things at our age takes a little courage.
I love
Sure.
And whether it's trying something new or breaking
Courage.
an old habit. I have a lot of bad habits. And I'm lazy. I'm sorry, people. I'm really lazy. But that's not good. That's not healthy. I need to build some good habits, but that takes courage. So I feel like sometimes that's what you. So yeah, that's my word.
Love it. What's your word?
I just thought of it. I forgot it. Wait, hold on. Elevate.
Oh, and on all levels. Brian, do you have a word for 2024 that's going to represent?
Not specifically. No.
Come on. What do you want 2024 to be about for you?
I don't know. I don't have any radical upheaval plans.
Give me a word. Hope.
Crime.
Love. Crime? Oh my God, you are. Why did I even ask, Brian? Why did I even ask, Brian? Anyway, if you have any questions about anything, I'm sure there's a podcast, La Jolla Cosmetic Podcast. You can find it anywhere. You could find it now on YouTube too. And if you have any questions about any kind of surgery, Botox, even facial stuff, the doctors, you have an episode on it. And then your website, glamfam.com, has all the stuff on there. And then we'll have a link on our website for the weight loss.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I am all about skincare. I love skincare. And the products that you guys set me up with are the
compliments he's been getting is insane.
It's
amazing.
Changing.
very cool. And there's some new stuff out. Skin Vive is one. It's an injectable, but it helps with skin glowiness.
Oh, injectable! I want it.
Oh boy.
And so Skin Vive, and then but the Skin Medica, it's same company. Skin Medica products. I mean, and they are a little bit of an investment, but they do make a difference.
It is.
There's nothing like spending money on something that doesn't work, but if you stick with it and you're really religious about good skincare, that 100%. Medical grade skincare, that is, because that's game changing. I think
it is game changer.
It's not the stuff at Costco. I hate to tell you.
No.
Or TJ Maxx.
I had a friend ask me that one time. She goes, they have the Olay 3-pack at Costco. I'm like, No.
No.
Sorry. I
Just
wish I
spend-
could say yes because it'd be so much easier.
Yes.
Right? But sometimes that doesn't
No,
work.
it is night and day. Everything else just went in the trash. Like it was like I was on like day 3 of it, and I'm all,
Yeah. It really does
Yeah.
work. Yeah. And it's
It's
one of those
incredible.
things where, especially for men and any of us, but women are more patient with a long regimen of products. We'll put 10 things on. We don't care. We don't care.
We don't care.
But men, they won't. And there's 2 things in that chamber. And so you get all the antioxidants and all the growth factors. And it's like 1 pump in the morning and 1 pump at night. And that's all you have to do. And yeah, the TNS is
I
essential.
think I put on, I think it's about 9 or 10 products a night from Loya
But
Cosmetics.
he's different. He's different than most men.
Yeah.
He loves his products.
My bathroom looks like a counter at
Yeah.
Loya Cosmetics. Like it's got every.
But if you're, and I think that's good. And a lot of times our estheticians will be asked like, okay, if I just want the bare minimum, get started, get comfortable. And then, okay, if you're going to add something in, what would you add? And then, kind of piece it in.
Yeah. If I was going to recommend any guy that wanted to get the TNS
Advanced
and
Plus.
the TNS Advanced Plus and the
Color Correct or the HA5.
HA5. Yes.
HA5.
Thank you very much. I was totally rambling. Yeah.
Hyaluronic
I get so
acid.
excited about it. Oh my God.
I love it. All right, you guys, we could talk.
I know,
all
we could.
night.
So I
about
don't know
this
if you
kind of
remember,
stuff.
Monique, how it was really ruddy in here.
Yeah.
Not anymore. It's completely gone.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stuff works. Everything
It's
works.
amazing.
La Jolla Cosmetic Surgery Center and Med Spa
Yeah.
is the place to go. It's in our backyard. We are so very lucky. Thank you so much, Monique, for
We
starting
love
off
you. We love having you on. Thank
2024
you.
I love coming
with all this
you guys.
good knowledge and
Dr. Riedler.
and really
best.
your word, courage.
I love her.
And this is the year of you guys, and you can do it.
Yeah.
And okay, do you remember our little?
Yes.
Okay, so
I think
I'll
I
say
do.
it first, then your turn, and then Eric's turn. And thank you so much for watching on Instagram, you guys. Thank you so much for watching on YouTube. Thank you so much for listening. It's so great to be back, and love your podcast.
Love your podcast.
Love your podcast.
I love you, my sweet babies. Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
We'll see you on
Monique.
Thursday.
Thank